What is up, everybody? My name is AJR717 of Threshold, and I'm here to shoutcasting a game between Spencer, Loki, and OpEn. OpEn is Odin, and the game is Megalopolis. Right off the bat, OpEn has some idle villagers. Spence sets his Ulfsark to make a house. Let me get comfortable here so I can actively say what's going on. Okay, Spencer with 4 to food and OpEn with 2 to food. These are Norse citizens, so the Norse and Egyptian citizens. Spencer with 4 food, 145 food, 160 wood. Sends his first wood right now, and OpEn still with 2 to food, 3 to food, 4 to food actually. I don't know what's with my villager counter here. So Spencer has 4 to food and an ox cart, and his Ulfsark is checking around his south end of his base. They're both positioned at the corners of the map. OpEn has the west corner, and Spence has the east corner. And I want to stress that Spence is the one with Loki. Spence is the Norse, and OpEn is the Egyptian. OpEn mentioned in the chat that he's going to lose because he sucks with Eggy. It always makes me chuckle when people say Eggy, because I think a little egg character. Alright, so OpEn with his Eggies. He's got 4 Eggies on food. His priest checking out what's going on in the back. His main scout is this hyena, which is nice. It's nice to have a hyena to scout for you. Spencer is going with 6 food, 2 wood. Spencer's Ulfsark checking out what's going on at the top of his base. Spencer's line of sight is a small diamond around his base right now. OpEn is the one with a lot of line of sight right now. I'm sorry, it's not a great lead. So Spencer with 7 food, 2 wood, and OpEn with 6 food, 7 food. 8 food now. I gotta not rely on the food counter. But we're looking at basically Spencer with a small food lead. Spencer has the lead of all resources, in fact. And as we know, OpEn is, you begin with low resources, so you begin with a low score. OpEn is now working on these hippos above his base, which is a good food source. It's gonna keep him there for a long while. He doesn't have to do much changing around after that. As you see, Spence, he's still working on the chickens. That's going to make Spencer fall behind a tad bit. I don't know if Spencer knows or not. You should get hunting dogs right away and look for a huntable food source. But let's see what goes on, because Spencer is higher in food anyways. So Spencer now, OpEn is with 6 on food with his Egyptian, with his pharaoh empowering that food. A little bit of a walk with a drop-off point because he messed up with his mining camp. Oh no, he didn't. He just had one guy build it instead of 3. He lost a little bit of time in there. Spencer has 9 on food right now, 9 on his chickens. Spencer has 2 on wood. We got a relic up here. I don't know if anyone noticed. It's the one that makes myth units use more resistance to other myth units, and that's very, very good. that'll make some nice shenanigans later on. So we got some microwing on the hippopotamus. Still got food on the other hippopotamus. Maybe he wanted to just take one out beforehand, but I don't know. This is OpEn we're talking about. OpEn has 3 on gold, 3 on food, wood, and 6 on food. Spence has 11 on food, 3 on wood, 2 on gold. Those are 2 dwarves on gold. OpEn looking like he's going to have 1,200 worth of food above his base and won't need to make a move. But after that, the best bet is for him to take out a small gazelle patch south of him. There's nothing I see anywhere else. Although that hyena set is going to do a really good job of finding anything. Back to Spencer. Spencer's using 11 on food. Spencer going to work on his temple. Spencer's 11 on food, 3 on wood, 2 on gold. OpEn's got 10 food, 3 gold, 3 wood. Also, Ope is working on his temple. Ope to work on the monument after that temple. Spencer now got his temple up. He's got 2 Wolf Sarks now working on houses. About the same population. Spencer up by 2. Ope down only by 2. 22 45. Spencer about to get pop locked. Spencer's already on his houses, so it doesn't matter. Spencer is 11 on food, 3 on gold, 3 on wood. Ope is 5 on gold, 4 on wood, and his pharaoh is empowering the temple. No longer, his pharaoh is now going to something else. The monument also heading up. Spencer has 3 favor and Ope has 0 favor because that monument hasn't been up yet. Spencer with 3 on gold, Spencer with 11 on food, and 3 on wood. Spencer is looking at 1,400 total compared to OpEn's 1,400 total. Spencer has 700 wood total compared to OpEn's 300 wood total. Spencer has 500 gold total compared to OpEn's 400 gold total. We don't want to know that too much because starting resources are always, as we know, very different between Egyptians and others because the game cheats Egyptians and early resources. So, the second age being advanced by Spencer, we're at 92% right now. Also, second age being by OpEn, 78%. That's the second age now for Spencer. Spencer's myth unit pops out. He's got a Loki, a Hairseer, and a Troll right now. They're going to sit there for a moment. And the age coming from Ope right about now. So second age for Ope, as well as second age for Spence. That Anubites. So Spencer went with Anubites. Let's see how he works with that god. He's got the Plagueis Serpent's god power at his disposal if he wants to. Spence looking at 11 food right now and 11 food villagers, 3 gold villagers. Spence is working on longhouses, 2 of them in fact. Spencer's sitting at 34 45 population, and so is OpEn. So that's a nice tie game there because they've been producing the same amount of villagers and they both had a myth unit pop out. So the hero, the pharaoh, is getting to empowering that gold mine, which has 6 villagers there. Those villagers have the pickaxe. Let's see if Spence. That was Ope. Let's see if Spence has any resource improvements. He has both the pickaxe and hand axe. So Spence has hunting dogs and husbandry, I wanted to note. So that's a little bit of food walking distance cutoff time there. And only husbandry. So there's a trade out there for the only hunting dogs. So there's a trade off there. Spencer got the cutting axe, the wood axe, and Ope got the hunting dogs, the husbandry. So I don't know. In fact, Spencer, the one who didn't get the husbandry, is ahead of food right now. In fact, he's ahead in food by 300 and ahead in wood by 500. I don't know where that came from. So we got 2 longhouses up and a temple for Spencer, population 35 or 45, and population 41 and 75. And on OpEn, we've got the armory and a couple of barracks. So there's a little bit less of importance on military in early game for OpEn. He's probably just not ready yet. Spencer making a little bit of villager walk towards another gold mine. He's going to transfer from his old gold mine, which still has 5,000 gold left, to another gold mine to keep that in reserve. Spencer popping out, throwing axemen from one, and raiding cavalry from another longhouse. Meanwhile, the armory is at halfway completion for OpEn. Second barracks is halfway completion for OpEn, and the first barracks is not popping anything out right now. It's just the temple is popping out some heroes, some priests. So it's probably going to be a little bit of priest aggression. Although if we were to compare armies right now, the priest aggression would die because we've got plenty of more units going on this side. But as we know, that's Norse. Norse is really tough at first. They spit out units really early in game because they're naturally, the game moves them to do so. Now we have Spencer going after some berry bushes. Again, he's not utilizing hunting dogs. He could take care from the giraffe that's up north above his base that he does know about. So, it makes you wonder. Spencer is at 11 food, 5 wood, 9 gold, and OpEn at 8 food, 3 wood, 13 gold. Spencer's Pharaoh report empowering that gold mine, so Spencer is gonna shoot up in gold. Spencer's looking at 2,500 food total compared. Spencer's looking at 2,200 food total compared to OpEn's 2,500. You know, I made a mistake. I was referring Spencer to OpEn there with saying that the Pharaoh. OpEn is the Egyptian. OpEn is the Eggy. Alright, back to what I'm saying. Population. Oh, OpEn is population capped at 45 or 45. And Spencer is at 59 of 75. OpEn, you know what to do, man. Look at those houses. Where are they? They're nowhere. OpEn's starting to build houses in the bottom southwest corner of the map. He's also got a little bit of colony going on there with some villagers mining gold. Okay, the first thing to note is a settlement going up for Spencer, which is not likely that the first settlement goes up first to the Greek to the Norse, usually for the Egyptian because of their gold. But anyways, that's quite a thick army of infantry there. You've got a mix of Herster and Ulfstark in there. 5 on gold there and 2 on gold there, 5 on gold there. So a total of 16 on gold for OpEn, the Egyptian, and a total of 12 on gold for Spencer. Let's see what OpEn's doing down here. OpEn's sending a lot more gold, a lot more villagers here to build a granary. He's going to utilize this food down here. Let's see if Spencer's utilizing hunting dogs food. No, he's not. But Spencer is not trailing in food that far. Spencer's main priority right now is the TC, and OpEn's main priority right now is balancing resources out. Oh, I missed it. The entire time he was training some spearmen. He's got spearmen and axemen. So he's good at making units very fast and not making it matter so much that he wasn't doing so much in the meanwhile. As we see, they both got quite a thick army. 74. Spencer has his Norse army 78 thick, and with his 2 TCs now, he's not popping out villagers out of both TCs, but that's okay. A little bit of aggression from a tiny little raid, not a raid, just one little raiding cavalry popping and seeing what's up. And a bunch of idols for OpEn right now. I don't know what he's thinking. Spencer doesn't have... Spencer has 11 idols right now. So... Yes, that berry bush on the east side of the map that Spencer was gaining from has run out. Spencer needs to realize that. He needs to transfer over to the giraffe above his base, or he needs to make a move towards wood. Oh, yeah, towards wood. He still has 480 wood. Oh, there's a big elephant patch right here. So Spencer sees that. That could be, what, the rest of the game in food for him? 3 elephants times 750. And OpEn's almost done with the gazelle patch down here. He might go onto the berry bushes that are right there. OpEn is also making quite a few houses down there. OpEn's army. Let's take a look at it. First of all, he's got spy casted on it, so this guy, Spencer, knows what the army looks like. But Spencer does have 3 priests, 5 slingers, 8 axemen, and 4 spearmen. Spearmen do the most damage. They're the best against buildings, and they're the best against Terma too, even though we're not... I'm sorry. They're the best against just Ulfsark, I think. That could be wrong. Just take it for granted what I said there. Keep in mind also that the Plague of Serpents god power is still in hand, and the Healing Spring god power is still in hand. Let's take a look at villagers. Spencer has 0 on food, 7 on wood, 18 on gold. OpEn has 4 on food, 3 on wood, 12 on gold. OpEn has 3,700 food total, and Spencer has 3,200. OpEn has 1,100 wood total. Spencer has 2,900. So Spencer's been very wood heavy this game so far. This is 12 minutes in this game. And gold, they're both about the same at 4,500. Because finally catching up with the Pharaoh use was OpEn, although he was primarily food in the get-go. In the north corner of the map, there's some food gathering happening. There's some dwarves very, very, very far walking distance also taking place. in the west where OpEn is hanging out, he's got his 12 villagers on gold and his pharaoh there. So that's complete utilization of gold, complete utilization of pharaoh there. That's a good job. And then the thick army. The army quite thick here. I like to say it's thick because when you hover over it, it's like nice and wide. So that's a really, really big unit of army coming on. Don't know when it's going to attack, but it's the main reason why Spencer is in the lead score. OpEn has his second TC. I couldn't tell you when it went up because I wasn't paying attention. Spencer's got some colonization at that TC. He's got watchtowers in mind. He's got some force by its self-automated force in mind for that TC. He's got 7 farmers to keep up in case OpEn has 7 farmers in case his food runs dry. Or maybe, he's got 9 farmers total. Maybe he made his total transition to farms right now. He doesn't plan on looking for food anymore. Hey, I like to not look for food either. Second age food farm transition for OpEn, and it looks to be about 14 farms, so that'll be nice and thick, especially as the ages increase. Whereas Spencer, we know he's going through this food source up here, which is elephants. So 11 food to 14 farms for OpEn. His 11 hunt-based food is going to get him food faster. Oh, by the way, Spencer at this point in time, 14 minutes, has the bow saw, the plow, and the shaft mine. Those are both the wood and gold upgrades at the second age. And OpEn only has the pickaxe from the first age. He does not have the hand axe for wood. It's important to know that he hasn't gone for wood that much. He's only put 3 villagers on wood. OpEn, the Egyptian. So we know Egyptians don't rely on wood. Let's see. And now, because a lot of colonization, military colonization happening surrounding this second TC, but not as much military colonization. As we know, military can destroy these town center, these watchtowers, and a temple going up. So, if Spencer were to take that army over here, that could take out this watchtower. But immediately this army right here would back it up. So I would have to say the fortification of this TC is I don't know. You got the ability to make units here, but you've got the defense if units come here. But these are the both most forward bases. These are both the bases that are probably going to take hits in the game. First is going to be the TC, and then the military barracks. For OpEn's going to do that, or Spencer's going to go for the farmers here. Spencer now has 14 on food, 11 on food, 7 on wood, 22 on gold. OpEn has 14 on food, 11 on wood, 16 on gold. Food total: OpEn has 4,700 food, 2,100 wood, 6,500 gold, and Spencer has 4,400 food, 4,400 wood, 8,900 gold. So Spencer is leading in gold. Heroic Age by Spencer. Battle boards that pop out. Spencer now has about 40 units. He's got nothing in terms of medium or heavy. He has nothing in terms of armory. A little bit of pressure now for OpEn to make that advance, but OpEn's army is about 35 thick. OpEn's army is sitting in between his 2 bases. Spencer's army is sitting at the foot of his forward base. Not a lot of military utilization at the top end of the map. The third elephant being worked on. And that was for Spencer. Spencer is utilizing a kind of forward-ish gold mine at the top of the map with 6 dwarves. Okay, so we see 8 villagers and a pharaoh going to this next TC, and there's a spearman nearby. But that tells you that another TC is going up. So the third TC going out for OpEn. Spencer has his third TC going up as well. It looks like OpEn will get his up faster. Double fast. Let's see where he puts those villagers after that. because I always am curious to know, where do people put their villagers after they build the TC? Do they look for the most closest nearby resource, or do they go back to what they were doing, or do they find the next TC? I just want to know. A little bit of lag spikes happening right now. I don't know which opponent it could be. Hopefully it clears. Hopefully it clears. This elephant gonna run out soon. There's a far walk to the next food source. The next food source is very, very far. I haven't even identified it myself. So I'm throwing axemen working on a hyena in the inactive corner of the map for Spencer. Spencer's main army is at the front, but it appears he has a little bit of scattered units, just a tiny couple in other parts of the map. He's got 4 in the back end of his base. I don't know. Finally sending an ox cart up to this gold mine there. He has ox carts at every location. Spencer does. And those villagers I was talking about, they're going to make a new gold mine a little bit close to that TC. Because this gold mine has too many villagers. It has 91 gold. It's about to run out. And when that gold mine runs out, which we're going to watch it. Oh, third advance. Plenty of new giraffes and shit. And both of them are sitting at 150 pop. Both of them. This gold mine is dud. Deo. And now these 8 villagers, that's not 16 because he had made the split, which was wise. Those 8 villagers have gone into idle. And now we have a very, very intimidating army, which is so thick you just can plump it with your one hand. You want to grab it. It's so thick, it's got nice shinies in it, meaning got heroes, and it's, oh, we're fortifying this TC down here, but with strong buildings, with amygdals. And over here we've got there's a raid taking place. The walking distance has been covered now, and now this Norse army by Loki is making its way to this northwest side of the map where not a lot is occurring. However, there is a TC understood to be there. The Pharaoh and 8 villagers are living their lives peacefully, getting gold there. That story is about to change in a few seconds because this army is not going to stay idle for long if Spencer is anywhere near wise. And there it goes. And those villagers that were on that gold mine, they have made their way to some other source. They're making their way to this next gold mine. About 15 seconds of walking distance. Here begins the first hurt, the first pain. But a second, smaller army taking place down here to probably be sort of defensive in case anything happens to push in the front end, because as we know, you can take a beating from the back when you push from the front if you do not allocate things separated. So here we go. We're going to see the initial aggression on that TC. Nothing to defend it. The army is going to make its migration to defend that TC instead of... What's that being cast? Plague of Serpents being cast. Plague of Serpents, fortunately, is not going to prevent this TC from going down. But it's going to serve as a little bit of help in the backbone and keep most of the units alive from OpEn's hand. OpEn should not lose much. Flaming Weapons being casted. Flaming Weapons casted late, meaning that they could have been casted earlier, so the TC went down faster, so that Spence could allocate all of his army back towards the army of OpEn. Spencer has 100 food. Spencer has 500 food, 100 gold, 7,900 gold. Spencer is leading like crazy in gold. That's good and bad. It's bad because he won't be able to follow up with an army after this army dies, because he won't have enough of anything else. But that's good because he can always buy those resources with the market if he has them. So that TC survived with 332 HP. Unbelievable. That was a fail. A fail and a complete depletion of army on Spencer's behalf. However, Spencer is still in the lead. Spencer has 4 TCs. How does he have 4 TCs? Is my screen fooling me? I thought that you can only have 3 TCs. Like there was only 3 per person. OpEn has 3 TCs and Spencer has 4 TCs. But I'm gonna go wild looking for it. 1, 2, 3. 1 here. Spencer has 1 here. Citadel being cast. 2 here. 3 here. And a forward one. And there's 1 available there. 1 available there. This is a very strange megalopolis. Oh, megalopolis. Okay. Allies start close to each other and share a large defensible position. Okay, big amount of pressure going on this hill fort here by Spencer's hill fort. It seems to be 13 priests, 12 slingers, compared to the raiding cavalry, spearmen, throwing axemen blend that Spencer has. In terms of upgrades, the copper upgrades being researched by both of them only have copper. Elephants being spit out, 2 elephants so far. 2 migdals and a citadel pushing out units and fire at the same time, which is really nice. This is kind of close to the TC that Spencer has, and with the military buildings being in front of the citadel that OpEn has, and the migdals that OpEn has are more defensible than Spencer's base right now. It's hard to really say how this fight is ending. It looks like since the slingers are not really particularly good against the axemen, they didn't wipe them out. But both teams are really 50-50 in this fight. I saw about 30 units going in on both ends, and I'm seeing about 20. I saw about 40 units going in, 45 units going in, and now I'm seeing about 20 remaining. Siege towers popping out, one popping out. Inactivity, but just resource gaining at the top end of the map still. Most of the concentration is going on here. A lot of arrow fire, a lot of fierce damage going on from OpEn, and a lot of what can I really say? I'm just commenting about the type of damage. The town center is helping a little bit. The priests are where just end up to be left. Priests and slingers, and then on the other end, throwing axemen and the raiding cavalry are starting to thin out. A lot of villagers, 19 villagers, are starting to make a walk toward the back to look for something to do. All that's left now are just priests and slingers, and that means not too much of a threat. Spencer should turn back, and Spencer should focus on a raiding cavalry thick army. But Spencer is in the lead still with 4 town centers, so go Spencer at this moment. Go Spencer. OpEn has 1, 2, 3 monuments. Spencer is looking good in favor. OpEn is looking good in favor. OpEn has 3 monuments. Spencer's. Jeez, you guys gotta forgive me for doing that. I mean, it happens so much this game. As we can see, the siege tower going to hand on Spencer's town center. Popping out a raiding cavalry to deal with it, and cavalry by OpEn to sort of counteract with that cavalry. So OpEn now with the military advantage. OpEn has been taking a scarab this entire way and working on some of the buildings in the sneaky part of Spencer's base. Spencer has taken note of that and sent a Heiser to work on that. Heiser? I say Heiser because literally you're saying hair, sir. But people pronounce it Heiser. Town center of Spencer, the 4th one, is going to go down because of cavalry and some chariots to back it up. That army is 7 chariots long, 6 chariots long, 7 cavalry thick, and 5 slingers long. Those military barracks, those longhouses that Spencer had surrounding that TC, are getting wailed upon now, and it may have been wise for the future to put up town centers with watchtowers, because maybe the watchtowers serve as a better force against than the military, because you're not always popping things out of the military. We got a population of buildings here just shortly ahead of and in between Spencer's 2 TCs. There's not much military damage or economic damage taking place. The Scarab is going to work on Spencer's TC at 50% right now. That Scarab itself is at just a fifth of its life. That Scarab is going to die before it can effectively wipe out that TC. OpEn, however, thickening with the army on that last TC, so he's doing damage to that one TC that needs to be focused on by at least one Heiser, and then the main damage to the TC that just went out. OpEn's army looking about 40 thick. Spencer's army is Spencer's population is 100 compared to OpEn's army 135. Spencer's army is composed of 9 throwing axemen at the moment, plus 2 more at the other town center. Spencer's got a lot of villagers close to his TC going out to work on farms now. OpEn, one of the first thing he did was farms, so he's got food in his reserve. OpEn has gotten the food advantage now, and he has the gold No, I'm sorry. Spencer has a complete gold advantage with 24,000 gold total, Open with 12,000 gold total, and all that gold is sitting in Spencer's bank. He's got 13,000 gold right now. Amazing amounts of gold. But does Spencer know that with his gold-heavy economy, it might be dying? Because we see here, we've got enough units to counter what's popping out. We've got the cavalry to deal with the throwing axemen. And then in order to deal with the cavalry that's dealing with throwing axemen, you've had to have had already out Heisir or Ulfsark. And there goes Spencer. Gives up. He knows he doesn't have the military to defeat it. And 2 players give a good game. Okay. It's been commentated.